Have you ever paused to consider the true weight of the words you share with those closest to you? In a world where openness and vulnerability are often celebrated as virtues, the quiet art of discretion is sometimes overlooked. For centuries, philosophers have debated the balance between what we reveal and what we hold sacred, a discourse deeply rooted in the teachings of Stoicism. This ancient philosophy, revered for its timeless wisdom, teaches us that true strength lies not only in resilience but in the mastery of self-control over our actions, emotions, and even our words. While sharing our lives with family may feel natural, even loving, the question remains: does complete transparency always nurture understanding? Or can it, at times, invite unnecessary conflict, expectations, and emotional turbulence? According to the Stoics, the path to inner peace is often paved with thoughtful silence. A wise person is not one who withholds out of fear or indifference, but one who understands that certain truths, if shared prematurely or without discernment, can disrupt the delicate harmony of relationships. This is not an act of detachment, but of profound care, for oneself and for others. In this exploration, we delve into the Stoic approach to self-development and family dynamics, uncovering 5 types of secrets that an intelligent and reflective individual would choose to keep private. These principles are not about creating distance, but about fostering peace, building strength, and navigating life's challenges with wisdom. Let us embark on this journey to understand how the power of silence and selective sharing can transform not only your relationships, but also your inner self. 1. The essence of your life's purpose. Have you ever found yourself questioning the essence of your existence? What is the purpose that drives you, the beacon that guides your path through life's uncertainties? For many, the pursuit of success, whether through wealth, career, or personal fulfillment, often becomes the central focus. Yet, Stoic philosophy teaches us that the true purpose of life is far more profound, intimate, and deeply personal. It is a journey of self-discovery and meaning, one that often transcends societal expectations or material goals. In the teachings of Stoicism, great emphasis is placed on the importance of self-control and the sanctity of personal growth. The ancient philosopher Epictetus once proclaimed, "Happiness and freedom begin with a clear understanding of one principle. Some things are within our control, and some things are not. Within this framework, your life's purpose becomes something uniquely your own, a treasure to be nurtured within your soul, not something to be shaped or dictated by others, even those closest to you." Sharing your deepest aspirations with family may seem natural, even desirable, as they are often the pillars of your emotional support. However, Stoic wisdom cautions against overexposure. When we share our most ambitious or unconventional dreams, we invite the risk of misunderstanding, skepticism, or even unintended pressure. Loved ones, out of concern or their preference for stability, may struggle to grasp the depth of your vision. Their reactions, though well-meaning, can create doubts that cloud your determination or steer you away from your chosen path. Consider the stories of visionaries who achieved greatness by holding their grand ambitions close to their hearts. Socrates pursued a life of intellectual inquiry that many around him could not understand. More recently, innovators like Nikola Tesla and visionaries like Maya Angelou carried dreams that defied the norms of their time. They understood a vital truth: sharing a purpose too early, before its roots are firmly planted, can expose it to doubt and derail its potential. To walk the Stoic path is to embrace the private nature of your life's purpose, cultivating it like a hidden garden. This doesn't mean shutting out the world or withholding love and respect from your family. Rather, it is about preserving the sanctity of your inner journey. Protecting your goals allows you to remain resilient against external influences, focused on your values, and undeterred by the judgments or fears of others. By keeping your purpose private, you safeguard your peace of mind and allow your dreams the space to grow authentically. When the time is right, Your accomplishments will speak for themselves, and those who once doubted may come to admire the strength it took to pursue your truth. Remember, the path to a meaningful life is not for others to chart. It is for you alone to navigate with wisdom, clarity, and courage. 2. Inner anxieties and fears. Anxieties and fears are intrinsic to the human experience, surfacing as uninvited guests during life's most critical moments. These emotions, while natural, can often feel overwhelming, threatening to erode our peace of mind and paralyze our ability to act. Stoic philosophy, however, offers an alternative perspective, one that calls for mastery over these emotions rather than submission to them. It is not the absence of fear that defines a wise person, but the ability to confront it with clarity and self-control. The Stoic philosopher Epictetus reminds us that it is not external events that disturb us, but rather the judgments we form about them. This principle teaches that fear does not originate from the events themselves, but from our interpretation of them. When we perceive uncertainty or potential harm, it is our internal response, not the situation, that dictates our emotional state. In this light, fear becomes a teacher, pointing us toward the areas of our inner life that require greater fortitude. Yet, even as we grapple with these emotions, should we always share them openly, particularly with family? Stoicism advises caution. Sharing deep anxieties with loved ones can sometimes lead to unintended consequences, misunderstanding, excessive concern, or even misplaced pressure to provide solutions. Family, driven by their love for us, may inadvertently amplify our fears rather than soothe them, creating an emotional burden for all involved. Imagine a scenario where you voice your career insecurities or health worries to your family. Their natural inclination to protect and support you might manifest as heightened anxiety or urgent advice, even if such reactions do little to alleviate your concerns. Instead, they may inadvertently add to the weight of your emotions, making them harder to bear. This is why the Stoic approach advocates for measured silence and internal reflection, allowing yourself the space to process these emotions without external interference. The strength of a Stoic lies in understanding that fear is a signal, not a sentence. It is a call to cultivate resilience, to separate what is within our control from what is not. By choosing to keep certain anxieties private, you grant yourself the opportunity to confront them with rationality and poise. This is not an act of denial or isolation, but a demonstration of self-reliance and inner strength. Consider the example of a seasoned leader facing immense challenges. Rather than sharing every doubt with their team or family, they quietly reflect, seeking clarity and solutions. This silence is not weakness but wisdom, a recognition that spreading their worries would not resolve them and might even hinder progress. Stoic philosophy teaches that true growth comes from within. The ability to confront and process our fears privately fosters a deeper sense of self-awareness and emotional stability. It allows us to emerge stronger, more composed, and better equipped to handle the unpredictable nature of life. By protecting your peace of mind and choosing to face your fears in solitude, you not only honor yourself, but also shield your loved ones from unnecessary worry, preserving the harmony of your relationships. In the end, fear is not something to be feared. It is a tool for growth, a test of our resolve, and a pathway to greater wisdom. When faced with life's uncertainties, the Stoic response is not to broadcast our anxieties, but to embrace them as a quiet strength, transforming them into stepping stones on the journey to inner peace. 3. Mistakes of the past. Our past mistakes, though inevitable, often carry a weight far greater than the events themselves. They linger as memories, whispering lessons that shape who we are today. While reflection is essential for growth, Stoic philosophy cautions against sharing these errors indiscriminately, particularly with family. In the quiet acknowledgement of our missteps, we find an opportunity to build wisdom, resilience, and inner peace. a strength that need not always be exposed to the world. The Stoics teach us that mistakes are not defining. They are simply stepping stones on the path of self-improvement. Seneca, a renowned Stoic philosopher, once said, "To err is human, but to persist in error is a choice." This wisdom reminds us that what truly matters is not the mistake itself, but how we rise from it, what we learn, and how we move forward. Yet, when we share our past errors, particularly with loved ones, the reactions we encounter can often complicate rather than clarify our growth. Imagine revealing a financial blunder, a regrettable decision, or a moral lapse to your family. Even with the best intentions, they might react with judgment, worry, or an urge to fix what cannot be undone. These reactions, while rooted in love, can reopen old wounds or create unnecessary tension, making the burden heavier than it needs to be. Family dynamics, with their intricate web of emotions and expectations, can amplify the impact of such revelations, transforming a moment of personal reflection into a source of conflict or misunderstanding. Stoicism advocates for facing past mistakes with self-control and rationality, not as a source of shame, but as a catalyst for growth. When we choose to keep these errors to ourselves, we create space for personal reflection, free from external opinions or pressures. This silence is not an act of concealment, but one of protection, shielding both our inner peace and the harmony of our relationships. Consider the example of a leader who once failed in their early career but learned invaluable lessons that later propelled them to success. Sharing every detail of that failure with their team or loved ones might invite doubt, erode confidence, or distract from the progress they've made. Instead, they carry the lessons forward, letting their actions and growth speak louder than their mistakes. The Stoic approach to past errors is rooted in the belief that the present holds greater significance than the past. Mistakes are not chains binding us to regret but seeds of transformation, teaching us resilience, humility, and adaptability. By choosing not to dwell on or share these missteps unnecessarily, we protect our focus on the present and the future, on what can be controlled and changed. In silence, there is strength. In reflection, there is growth. Stoic philosophy reminds us that the power of our past lies not in what we reveal, but in what we learn and how we apply it to become better. Keeping mistakes private allows us to preserve our peace and protect the relationships we cherish, demonstrating wisdom in action and the quiet dignity of a life lived with purpose. 4. Risky future plans. Have you ever hesitated to share a bold plan for the future, fearing that others might not understand or support it? The Stoics understood that while ambition is essential for growth, it must be protected from unnecessary external pressures. Sharing risky plans, particularly with family, can sometimes shift the focus from progress to pleasing others, a distraction that can undermine even the most promising endeavors. In the words of Epictetus, "Don't seek for everything to happen as you wish it would, but rather wish that everything happens as it actually will." This profound insight highlights the need for patience and realism when pursuing uncertain goals. Risky plans, by their very nature, are often fraught with unknowns. Sharing them too soon can expose you to doubts, judgments, or well-meaning but discouraging advice, especially from family who may prioritize stability over bold ambition. Consider the story of an entrepreneur planning to leave a stable job to start a business in an unproven market. While their family might view this as reckless or impractical, the entrepreneur sees an opportunity for growth and innovation. Sharing the plan prematurely could lead to resistance or fear-driven opposition, planting seeds of self-doubt. In such moments, the Stoic approach of discretion provides the clarity needed to move forward without being swayed by external concerns. Stoicism emphasizes focusing on what is within your control and letting go of the rest. When you keep your plans private, you free yourself from the weight of others' expectations, allowing your mind to remain clear and your resolve strong. This isn't about secrecy. It's about creating the space needed to refine your vision and prepare for challenges without unnecessary interference. History is rich with examples of visionaries who guarded their aspirations until they were ready to act. Before Amazon became a household name, Jeff Bezos quietly laid the foundation for his dream, shielding it from premature scrutiny. Had he sought validation too early, he might have faced resistance from those who couldn't see the scope of his vision. Instead, by waiting until his plans were well-formed, he was able to move forward with confidence and purpose. When you share risky plans too soon, you risk diluting their potential by inviting external doubts and fears into your mental space. The Stoic response is not to avoid risk but to manage it wisely, to prepare thoroughly, act decisively, and reveal your plans only when they are resilient enough to withstand external scrutiny. Ultimately, protecting your dreams is an act of self-respect and wisdom. By keeping them private until the right moment, you honor both your vision and the relationships that matter most. This balance allows you to pursue your goals with strength and clarity, transforming risk into opportunity and uncertainty into growth. In the spirit of Stoicism, remember, your plans are yours to shape, and their success depends not on the approval of others, but on your unwavering commitment to seeing them through. 5. Criticism of others. Criticizing others often feels like a natural response when we encounter actions or decisions that clash with our values or expectations. Yet, Stoic philosophy teaches us that judgment rarely brings clarity or improvement. It often serves only to deepen misunderstandings and sow discord, particularly in family relationships. The wise man, guided by the principles of Stoicism, understands that the energy spent on criticism is better directed inward, fostering understanding and patience instead of conflict. Epictetus wisely observed, "We have 2 ears and 1 mouth, so that we can listen twice as much as we speak." This simple truth underscores the Stoic commitment to empathy and observation. Before passing judgment, a Stoic seeks to understand the unseen struggles, motivations, and circumstances that shape others' choices. When we rush to criticize, especially within the family, we often fail to consider the complexities of another's journey, risking harm to trust and connection. Imagine a father who openly criticizes his daughter for pursuing a career in the arts rather than following a more conventional path. His intentions may stem from love and concern, but his words may unintentionally diminish her confidence or strain their relationship. Instead of fostering a meaningful dialogue, his criticism creates a barrier, leaving her feeling misunderstood and unsupported. In such moments, the Stoic approach of listening and seeking understanding proves far more effective in maintaining harmony and building trust. Stoicism emphasizes the importance of focusing on what we can control, our own actions, thoughts, and responses, rather than attempting to reshape the choices of others. Criticism often arises from the desire to impose our perspective, yet it is an exercise in futility. Others' decisions are beyond our control, and attempts to influence them through judgment often lead to frustration and division rather than positive change. To avoid the pitfalls of criticism, a Stoic adopts silence not as indifference but as a tool for fostering peace. By withholding judgment, you allow relationships to flourish in an atmosphere of mutual respect and acceptance. Silence creates space for reflection, understanding, and growth, both for yourself and for those around you. It acknowledges the imperfections inherent in every individual and embraces the idea that personal growth is a deeply individual journey. A powerful example lies in the story of a leader who refrains from criticizing their team during moments of failure. Instead of focusing on mistakes, they choose to guide through encouragement and constructive feedback, fostering an environment where growth thrives. This leadership style, grounded in Stoic principles, builds trust and resilience, proving that silence and understanding are far more transformative than judgment. Ultimately, the decision to refrain from criticism is an act of wisdom and love. It demonstrates a deep understanding of human nature and an unwavering commitment to preserving harmony in relationships. By choosing empathy over judgment, the Stoic nurtures stronger bonds and fosters an environment where others feel valued and respected. In the spirit of Stoicism, remember, silence is not weakness but strength. It is the foundation of understanding, the bridge to connection, and the key to maintaining peace within yourself and those you hold dear. When faced with the impulse to criticize, choose instead to listen, reflect, and embrace the quiet wisdom of patience. Conclusion. In a world that constantly encourages us to share, to seek validation, and to bare our souls, there is profound strength in knowing what to keep within. The Stoics remind us that wisdom lies not in withholding out of fear, but in understanding the power of silence to protect peace, nurture relationships, and foster personal growth. A wise man does not guard his thoughts because he is cold or indifferent. He does so because he values the harmony of his inner and outer worlds. As we reflect on the 5 secrets a wise individual keeps to themselves, we find not a path to isolation but one to deeper connection, with ourselves and with others. Whether it is the purpose of life, inner fears, past mistakes, ambitious plans, or refraining from criticism, the choice to be discerning in what we share is an act of love and respect for both our own journey and those who walk beside us. The teachings of Stoicism offer us a timeless guide to navigating the complexities of life with courage, clarity, and composure. By choosing silence where it is most needed, we free ourselves from unnecessary burdens, allowing wisdom to flourish and relationships to thrive. In these quiet moments of reflection, we discover that the most profound growth often happens not in the noise of the world, but in the stillness of our hearts. If this exploration into Stoicism has resonated with you, we invite you to continue the journey with us. Share your thoughts in the comments below. Your stories and reflections are a testament to the shared wisdom we all seek. Don't forget to like this video if you found it meaningful and share it with friends and family who might benefit from these timeless principles. Above all, make sure to subscribe to our channel to never miss a moment of inspiration and growth. Together, we'll explore the depths of Stoic philosophy, ancient wisdom, and the paths to self-improvement. Remember, every step you take toward understanding yourself is a step toward a more fulfilled and harmonious life. Thank you for being part of this journey.